Today we're unwrapping the ammo on Stockpile Saturday. That's right, I figured it'd be fun to throw a little bit of Christmas cheer in this one. And to be perfectly honest, this time around I actually feel bad for the UPS guy. This package weighed 46 pounds. Let's go ahead and get this cut open and see what I have on today's Stockpile Saturday. And the knife I'm using today is a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield mini pocket knife. It's okay. I mean, it functions well, but the paint's already coming off. I do like that it's FDE colored. It has been a fairly considerable amount of time since the last time I did a Stockpile Saturday video, and that's really because I haven't been shooting that much. But my favorite online retailer where I get my things for targets and sport shooting, if you get my drift, had a bunch of stuff on sale, and I figured it was about time to pick up a little bit of additional ammo because I have shot some in the past month or so. So here, starting off, I have 5 boxes of Winchester 40 Smith & Wesson. These are 180 grain flat-nosed ammo. And again, I've been shooting a lot of my Glock 22, my Smith & Wesson M&P 40, and my 40-46 Smith & Wesson as well. So I needed to replace a bunch of that ammo that I'd been shooting. And this stuff was a pretty good deal. So bought 5 boxes of this stuff, just your regular run-of-the-mill flat-nose. And to be perfectly honest, I actually like shooting the 165 grain better because it has a little bit more velocity with that lighter bullet. But at the price that this stuff was, around 16 and change, or just around $16 a box, I really couldn't pass it up. That's way cheaper than buying it from a brick and mortar store right now. Moving on, I grabbed a couple of boxes of PMC Bronze 45 ACP hollow points. And to be perfectly honest, I would have bought a lot more than this stuff, but it was pretty pricey. I think it was around $26 a box for these. But these are pretty good looking rounds. I mean, to be perfectly honest, these look a lot like a Spear Gold Dot. They're very well cast, and they have a kind of a, not a segmented jacket on it, but it has little cuts around the outside edge of that jacket. So I bought some of these mainly for the Marlin Camp 45 gun because I did want some slightly lighter rounds, and I also wanted something that had a hollow point just in case I ever needed to use that thing for hunting or some type of defense. Moving on from there, I'm going to 5 boxes of this Bellum Tactical 7.62 by 39. I've done a fair amount of testing with this stuff over the past year, and as far as a brass case 7.62 round goes, this is still the cheapest stuff you can buy. It has sealed cases, so they say that they're waterproof, and they come in these little 20 round packages. They actually say that the packaging is waterproof as well, and this stuff has performed very well. The main reason I needed this for my 7.62 by 39 AR-15 upper, I really need something that functions in that. The steel case tends to get hot and stuck in the chamber, so I needed something that was a little bit better quality, and I've been buying a few boxes of this stuff here and there and just stocking up on it, so when I do take my 7.62 AR back out to the range, I'll be able to have plenty of this stuff. And then last but not least, I have this other box inside the large overpack that says Captor on it. And this is the main reason why I placed this order. Every once in a while, this retailer that I purchase a lot of this from, again, it's a Target's sport place online, and it's in the USA. So if you want to do some searching, you can probably find what I'm talking about. But they had this Captor 12 gauge ammo on sale, and they had slugs and buckshot. These were around like $4 to $5 a box for 10 rounds. It's probably the cheapest I've ever seen this stuff since I bought a bunch of Noble Sport buckshot a couple of years ago. And the main reason I wanted to buy all this, a buddy of mine is finally getting his first 12 gauge shotgun, and he needs some ammo, so I figured I would pick up a few boxes for him for Christmas. And I'm also going to do some hand-loaded 12 gauge birdshot for him to do target practice with. But realistically, these were such a good price, I just couldn't pass them up. And I can reload my own buckshot and slugs, but it takes so much time, and you have to buy all the lead to do the slugs in a mold, and that takes even more time. Realistically, it's much better if I can just buy these for around $4 a box for 10. It's way cheaper, it's way quicker, it saves me a bunch of free time. So I bought a whole bunch of these. They're going to go set aside maybe the next range trip I take out to the range. I'll take a bunch of this stuff with me. And then last but not least, I bought 5 more boxes of these 3-inch Winchester Super X slugs in 410. And main reason is these hardly ever show up locally for me. And again, I'm not a hunter yet, but I do at some point want to get my hunting license, and sometimes you have to use a shotgun for smaller game. You might be able to get away with using a 410, but largely I just like shooting these. They're a lot of fun. 410s are probably my favorite shotguns to shoot, mainly because the low recoil, but you can still get really cool shotguns in 410. And again, if I had a longer barrel on my Bond Arms Derringer, I could actually shoot those out of my Derringer. So that kind of does it for this episode of Stockpile Saturday. Again, I got that PMC Bronze 45 hollow point. I got a whole bunch of this Winchester white box 40 Smith & Wesson, which are 180 grain flat nose. And again, these function fine. I've had great success with these. I got a whole bunch of that Captor in both slugs and buckshot. I got 5 boxes of this Bellum 7.62x39, which has proved to be really good ammo. And then I got those Super X slugs as well. So that's going to end this edition of Stockpile Saturday. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless America. Support your 2A rights. Get out there and shoot. And remember, if someone asks you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, remind them that freedom is the greater good. And Merry Christmas.